14th day of devotion to St. Michael and the angels. 14th day, tempters of men. As we have seen, the devils hate men and continually plot their ruin. They are envious of the creatures redeemed by the precious blood of the God-man, whom they refuse to adore, and destined to fill the places left vacant in heaven by their fall. Therefore they cease not to molest us in every way in their power. Unfortunately, the empire of Satan is extended over all who are in the state of sin, and so deprived of the sanctifying grace of God. These wretched spirits, says Boudon, do their utmost to discover God's designs in a soul, with the view of misleading it and drawing it aside from its appointed vocation or duties. Their temptations are as varied as the individuals whom they tempt. They often throw a veil over the evil which resides in unlawful pleasures, and on the other hand they conceal from men the good which sufferings contain. They allow men to perceive only what is painful in them, for the purpose of tempting them to impatience, weariness, despair, and murmuring against the dealings of God's providence. Whenever they approach, they cause trouble, despondency, sadness, and confusion, and if they cannot make men the companions of their misery hereafter, they endeavour at least to make them share their wretchedness in the present life. It does not follow that the men whom Satan rules may not enjoy the utmost worldly distinction and respect. The Prince of Darkness, even Shakespeare remarked, is a gentleman. More than that, such men may often profess the noblest motives, or assume as an air of sanctity that might deceive the elect. For Satan himself transformeth himself into an angel of light. St. Paul warned the Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 11:14. St. Ignatius was not an idle dreamer, but a shrewd and divinely aided student of the spiritual life. He well understood the nature of that invisible spirit world about us. In his meditation of the two standards, he pictures Lucifer, the mortal enemy of our human nature, summoning together upon this earth innumerable devils and dispersing them some to one city, some to another, and so on throughout the world, not omitting any province, place, or state of life, or any person in particular. Thus the constant occupation of the bad angels is to tempt man, in order to frustrate the ends of the incarnation. Not content with destroying our soul by sin, Satan brings upon us all the temporal evils in his power. The devils not only hate man in his person, but they also detest him and attack him in his goods and in the elements necessary for his existence and security. A great portion of the evils that afflict us come from these malevolent spirits. In union with other groups of men, even pagans, the Church has always believed in the dreadful power which God has left to the devils over creatures, and in the use which they make of this power to injure mankind. Hence in the Church we find prayers, exorcisms, blessings on creatures, particularly in those which are to serve for the administration of the sacraments and the general requirements of religion. The sign of the cross and the devout use of holy water are in particular two very effective means of driving away the evil spirits. Here again we come under the benignant influence of the precious blood of Jesus, which through the Church furnishes us with the weapons to combat the avowed enemy of our salvation. Let us make use of them in temptations, but above all let us invoke that divine blood directly, and also the Queen of Angels, who will not fail to assist us in our hour of need.